So these things here, W, D, 4 hour, 1 hour, they're all time frame. But do you know the right applications for it? Imagine walking in a forest. You're looking at the trail, there is a root in front of you, there's a rock in front of you, you avoid that step, you take the next step forward. But grand scheme of things, do you know where you're going? Compare that with sitting on the top of a hill and then having a bird's eye view of exactly what the trail looks like and which direction you should go. That's what you can get with multi-time frame analysis, using the higher time frame context to frame your trade on the lower time frame. So today I'm gonna walk you through the best possible way to use multi-time frame analysis to your trading. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into it. So in this video, we're gonna look at 3 things: understanding the higher time frame context, spotting a pullback, and precision entry. And by the end of the video, you will be able to take precision trades like this. Okay, so let's get right into it. So first things first, we need to understand what higher time frame context mean. Here I have right here pound US dollar, otherwise known as cable. So we have a cable on the weekly time frame. What that essentially means is each candlestick here, each candle bar here means it's 1 week. Okay, basically it takes one whole candle to complete this one candlestick here. And as you can see on this particular week, the buyers are looking very strong. It's in buyer's control. Okay, I'm gonna dive deeper into the details of what exactly happened in that week in a couple more minutes. First things first. Now, if we go to the daily, here you can see each candlestick means 1 day, right? So what we have here is the 11th of March, and this is the 10th of March. Okay, as we go down further, you will see the same thing. If we mark this bar out, so for an example, let's say 11th of March, let's put a line here. And if we go down to the 60-minute, it basically means from this point, the beginning of the 11th of March until right now, we're moving up. Okay, so this is 1 full day on the 1 hour time frame telling you what's happening inside that daily candle. Okay, so it's like a Russian doll. If you open up that doll, there's still another doll inside, so on and so forth. Okay, so we can keep going down lower and lower and lower, but that's not really needed. You only require a few things for a proper multi-time frame analysis. Okay, so let's head back to the weekly time frame and let's have a look at the context. Okay, so if I look at the weekly time frame here, what can we see? We can see recently we have been heading up. That tells us buyers are strong. We might be in an uptrend on the lower time frame. What else can we see here? We see that we are in a channel looking phase that looks something along the lines of this. Okay, we slightly probed below and then we went right back up into the channel. So on the higher time frame, the context you're actually looking for here is just the direction. Right? Remember the bird's eye view analogy that I had earlier, sitting on the top of the mountain? You're just trying to see here, where is the higher time frame going? And can I tag along, right? You want to see what trail are we trying to follow here. So looking at pound USD, on the weekly time frame, we see recently things are moving higher. We are reacting off the bottom of this channel. And if anything, we don't want to sell, we want to look for the buys. That's to join a potential uptrend that's happening on the lower time frame. Okay, so this right here is your higher time frame context. You don't need to go too far, you just need to understand right now, where is my higher time frame going and can I tag along? That's it. So the next thing you want to see, or the next thing you want to do, is spotting a pullback. So let's say we know the weekly time frame is heading up. Okay, and let's say we have 1 candlestick, right? And let's say this candlestick is the weekly time frame. Weekly, and it's a green bar, meaning it's going up. Okay, let's just pretend this is not yellow, let's pretend this is green. So right now, the only information we have is that it's going up, correct? Now what happens if we break this weekly candle into a daily candle? Okay, let's say daily candle in a week, there will be 5 candles, right? If you're trading Bitcoin, it would be 7 candles. So let's say there's 5 candles. You could have 1 candle, 2 candle, candle going lower, candle going higher, and then another candle going higher. Okay, so maybe on the lower time frame, you are able to see a price action like this. You have a small little trend, you have a move up, you have a slight little pullback, and the trend continues higher. Now, if we continue to break this down into the hourly time frame, we will be able to see more detail because each daily candle has 24 hourly candle. What is this one move going to look like on an hourly candle? It may look like a move up, a move up. So this is gonna probably take forever for me to draw because there is gonna be 24 candles that I need to draw here. But hopefully you get the point, okay? That one candle alone, let's say this is a green bar that's going up, it would have 24 candles inside on the hourly time frame. The point I'm trying to make here is, as traders, our job is to look for a good price to get in low and the cliche sell high. We cannot do that if we're just looking at a weekly candle, right? We can only see that if we go lower to see if there is potential pullback, potential discount for us to get long and then sell it back to the next guy later. So multi-time frame is about understanding where's the context. That's the first point we were talking about. The second point is, where can I get in? Okay, where can I see the pullback, right? So if we look at pound USD again, as we were looking at earlier, this is a channel, things are going up, let's potentially look for a buy, right? If we drop down to daily time frame, for example, we will see things are slowing down and things are turning around. Now, if we continue going down, this move up will look bigger. Now, if we go to the 240, it will look like any other uptrend, right? So here's where it gets a little bit more fun. So if you're a day trader, you want to get in and out quick, the best time frame to do that is gonna be somewhere around the 5 minutes or the 15 minute, right? That's the time frame you can get in and out quick. Now, obviously, like the drawing I drew earlier, now if I remove all the live detail and just focus on that particular area right here, we see a red bar coming in, we see a move up, okay? Hopefully you can visualize that maybe on the lower time frame there is a pullback. But on this time frame, there's barely anything to see, right? Because it's just moving up and then there's a red bar. We can't get enough detail to know when exactly things are turning. So let me go down one more time frame to the 60 and let's see if we can read any type of pullback. So here, it's a classic pattern of higher highs, higher lows. You can see the swings going up, coming down, swings going up and coming down, all right? And where is this all happening? It's happening at a pullback, support equals resistance area. All right, so now that you can see some sort of pullback coming in, the next thing that you wanna do is go to a precision time frame. That's the time frame where you can really see the fine print of where and when things are turning to get in and out quick, going along with your higher time frame contacts. So here, because it's all just candlesticks here, we cannot get precision. At Urban Forex, we speak about the 2 time frame rule. So once we see this breach to the upside, we see a few candles coming down, we want to go down to a lower time frame to look for our entry. Now here, I want to draw your attention to the 5 minute, just to show you a little bit more detail. Okay, so on the 5 minutes, things are looking a little bit more interesting. We get to see more details as opposed to just a couple of red candlestick bars coming down, right? So I want you to draw your attention to this move here, okay? Initially, things are just pulling back, right? Things look fine, very slow, very choppy, but we're not really reaching any key support equals resistance area. Our area is right here, right? So you can see, despite things trying to move up, we're not really going anywhere. What happens next is very interesting. We see a move up, we came all the way back down, and then very quickly rejected back up, okay? Here, it's almost like we have a range that just formed a probe to the upper side, probe to the lower side, and came right back in. At Urban Forex, we call areas like this a faker. Okay, so assuming that this is a probe, okay? What we can see later is the fact that despite this strong move towards the downside, and if this actually is a probe, that it's a faker, let's just see what the sellers can do, right? Sellers try from this pullback to try to sell, right? Nothing happening yet, and then going down again, and then completely rejected back up. At this stage, you can make the assumption to say the sellers are not here anymore. This is a faker. Even if it's not a faker, I've given the sellers opportunity to try, and they're still not going anywhere. On top of that, we are coming back inside this range. Could this be the area where the buyers would launch? So taking all of that into consideration, this is a location where we can look for the buys. Okay, so let's put on a buy position right here at this area, and then let's put our stops below, and then let's take it up to the recent high. So it's very, very important that we see an immediate launch quickly, because again, what we are assuming here is this is a probe, which means it didn't happen, and we are holding at the bottom of the range, which again should at least react to the higher end of the range. And we are trading with a higher time frame context here. Okay, so let's see if we get an immediate launch to the upper side. I'm gonna put on a buy position right there, and then let's play it out. Okay, we do get an immediate launch. We have a little bit of a pullback, and we reach target. Okay, so this is a very quick trade that you can take intraday, which doesn't take more than, we have 10 p.m. here, and this is 10:30. Doesn't take more than 30 minutes. So just to go over very quickly again, we did three things here. We look at the higher time frame context, which was the weekly time frame. We understand where the higher time frame big boys are heading. Okay, we just need to know the direction there. That's it. And then we went to look for a pullback. Okay, in this case, we went to the 60-minute just to see if there is a pullback coming in, which we can tag along. Once we identify the pullback on the 60, we go down to our precision time frame, in this case the 5-minute time frame, to look for a precision entry. Precision entry meaning where things are turning around. Okay, at Urban Forex we call this the rubber band man technique. Some of you guys may know this as the digestion phase. It's our proprietary way of looking at pullback and understanding where the turn is happening to maximize our profit. So there you have it. Multi-time frame analysis, although the name sounds very, very advanced, but it's not, right? It's like a Russian doll. You open it up, there's another doll inside. You open it up again, there's another doll inside. All you need to do is basically understanding that each doll, they mean a different thing. In this case, each doll is a different time frame if you haven't gotten that already. But it's as simple as that, okay? You don't need to go too low of a time frame. You don't need to go too high of a time frame. All you need to understand is where is your pullback? Can you spot the pullback? Can you spot the entry? And then just follow the higher time frame context, like what we were discussing earlier. Having the bird's eye view of the trail and then just follow that direction. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. If you haven't already, again, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye for now.